Good morning. This is your stats sensei, Mr. Spensei, and we're going to go back over the empirical rules. So this is what this is going to be over. And it says 320 freshmen at Somerset High School took an algebra test. The scores were distributed normally, so they're telling us normal, with the mean of 75 and a standard deviation of 7. Label the mean as 3 standard deviations from the mean. And before we do that, I want to make sure that we get clear on our z-scores. So if this is a z-score, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. This is -1, this is -2, this is -3. This goes to negative infinity, and this goes to positive infinity. And remember, plus or minus 1 was 68%. Plus or minus 2, 95%. Plus or minus 3 is 99.7%. All right, what percent of the values lie between 68 and 82? Well, to do that, I need to go ahead and label this thing a little better. So we have a mean of 75 and a standard deviation of 7. So mean equals 75, standard deviation is 7. So my mean is 75. That's going to be right here at the center. But that means each one of these is changing by 7. So this is 7, 7, and this is 7. This is 7, this is 7, and this is 7. So if I add 7, this is 82. This becomes 89. This becomes 96. Subtracting, this drops down to 68. This drops down to 61, and this drops down to 54. And we can check that on a calculator and go, all right, 75 minus 3 times 7 is 54. So we could go check all those if we wanted to, but they're all changing by 7. So what percent of the values are between 68 and 82? Well, that's 68%. I could use the calculator, but the empirical rule is faster because it's plus or minus 1 standard deviation. Plus or minus 2, 61 to 89 is 95%. Between 56 and 96, that should be not 56, that should be a 54. Let's make that change. So 54 to 96 is 99.7%. If it had been 56, we would have actually needed to use something other than the empirical rule, but that's just a typo. What percent of values are below 75? Well, when I look at this, that 75 cuts it in half, so 50% are below. And then it says, what percent of values are outside of 61 to 89? Well, 61 to 89 is 95%. So 95% is what's in there. So 95% is inside of it, but we want what's outside. Well, the whole curve represents 100%. So this is going to be 100% minus the 95% is 5. So 5% or 0.05. All right, because it's 100% minus the 95% equals the 5%. All right, appreciate you watching. Hope to see you on the next one.